as her. And I didn't feel bad for her when she got cussed out in the end. I was like, yes, Lindsay, give her what she deserves, okay? Like, Heather literally is the Maddie Perez of total drama, okay? Pretty Privilege did come into part why Heather stood around way longer than Ava did. Early days of like fandom. This is before that website was called Fandom. It was still called Wikia, okay? It was still called Wikia, okay? No, like any character that had Bridget messed up, I had a problem with. That's Miss Izzy, scene stealer. Okay, as much as a lot of these people try to make it seem like they were not here trying to be famous, you knew you were signing up to be on TV. So I'm like, what's the real tea? What's the real tea, ma'am? Okay, because don't be coming to my comment section talking about, well, they changed. They did. No, if it didn't happen within the first season, we're not talking about it, okay? And as I'm older and I rewatched the show, I realized he had a black girl fetish.
It's my scene, you know what I mean. It's my scene, you know what.
Is it focus? Is it focus? We can begin now. Hey y'all, it's Harriyanna and I am back with another video. Welcome to The Pirate Ship, also known as Harry Hook's Pirate Ship. Always remember, I am the captain. You is not my first mate. I got no first mate. Please understand that. Y'all not funny in my comment section talking about I'm the first mate. So-and-so's for no. No one's the first mate. No one's worthy of being the first mate. I know I've been gone for a minute. It's only been a few days, y'all. Calm down. Y'all see my face like every week, but I've just been dealing with like my allergy medication. It's been making me really drowsy because y'all don't care about this information. Y'all don't care. But anyway, I'm back with a new video. Let's go ahead and get into it. As you guys know, we gonna do this real quick. As you know, support me on Patreon, support my shop, follow me on everything, support my web series. All of that stuff will be linked down below. Let's go ahead and get into today's topic. We are going to be talking all about, oh my gosh, you know that thing on the floor where I got distracted, I'm sorry. But yeah, I just hit my foot on that. Anyway, we're going to be talking all about Total Drama Island today. We are strictly just talking about the first season of this series, the one that started it all. Y'all, I'm so sorry because I told y'all I was going to have this Total Drama Island video months ago, right after I did my 16 video, but I really don't know. I have no excuse. I don't literally know why I didn't pick it back up. But it's Melanin March. I finally have the determination to get this video done. Woo-hoo. Woo-woo. Black History Month was a hot mess. That's why it has carried over to Melanin March. Leave a comment down below if you are hyped up for Melanin March and you're celebrating Melanin March. Y'all better be. You better be celebrating Melanin March if you're on the pirate ship. Like I said, this is kind of like the perfect time for me to be making this video anyway. Everything happens for a reason because as you guys know, Total Drama has been picked up for 2 more seasons on HBO Max. By the way, I didn't even tell you guys about what my hair. Today's hairstyle is inspired by Cindy McPherson from the Boondocks. Anyway, going back on topic, as we know, Total Drama has been picked up for 2 new seasons on HBO Max. So I thought it would be really interesting to just take a look at the series, the season that just started it all, Total Drama Island. Like when the show was just by itself, like Total Drama Island had been out by itself for like about 2 years. The show was just called Total Drama Island. It wasn't called Total Drama. It didn't turn into Total Drama until Total Drama Action came along. So we will be talking about strictly Total Drama Island. So before any of y'all want to pop in my comment section trying to tell me I ain't speak about this and that and the third, that didn't happen. No, we just talking about the first season and what is canon in the first season because we are strictly talking about Island, okay? Because numerous other seasons I would not put them up to par with how great I thought Island was. And yeah, this entire series, Total Drama, is not a chaotic masterpiece, okay? But I think Total Drama Island is a chaotic masterpiece. Total Drama is an animated Canadian series that began its run in 2007. It can be seen as a bit of an anthology series, as each season takes place in a new location with different challenges. Here, with Total Drama Island, the first season, it takes place on an island and all of the activities were related to summer camp things. Now, the first animated reality show ever. So yeah, that is like the main thing that really drove everyone's attention to this, where they were like, it's an animated reality show, which don't freaking exist. So that's where we're like, okay, I'm really drawn in now. We ain't never seen something like this before. We never seen it before. So we know good and well if somebody else wanted to make another animated reality show, we know Total Drama Island started the bread and butter for that. Okay? Okay. What drew so many people into it, like I said, is because it's something we ain't never seen before. And the show is simply about teenagers that are just trying to win money. That's it. That's really just the premise of the show. The teenagers are put on two different teams called the Screaming Ghosters and the Killer Bass, okay? Now, the teams that win for the episode move on to the next. The team that wins the challenge for the episode, they move on to the next episode and don't have to worry about anybody on their team being eliminated. While the losing team has to vote someone off. And usually when the team wins, they usually are able to celebrate in some kind of way. Sometimes, not all the time, they were rewarded for winning, but sometimes they were. Now, when it came down to a certain number, the teams were like gone and everybody was for themselves. So when it came down to like 11 people left, that's when they decided it was just good to like get rid of teams overall, because at the end of the day, the teams aren't going to win the $1 million. It is $1 million, right? It's going to be one individual person, because like I said, Heather even said something about it. Like, we're not here to make friends. We're here to become famous and make money, which was the premise of this show. Okay. Like, at the end of the day, as much as these kids don't want to admit it, I love Gwen. I love Duncan. I don't love Duncan actually, but I love Gwen. As much as a lot of these people try to make it seem like they were not here trying to be famous, you knew you were signing up to be on TV. So I'm like, what's the real tea? What's the real tea, ma'am? Okay. Seriously, how is Chris Mclain not in jail? Like, I would love to fight him. Like, fictional characters that I genuinely hate. I hate Chris more than I hate Malberto, okay? Okay, like, I really just don't get this dude. He really kind of creeps me out. I get really, really bad vibes from him. Y'all, seriously, like, if you get bad vibes from Chris Mclain, pop a comment down below. Like, me and my sister had this discussion. We were like, do you feel weird with Chris? And I was like, yeah, I do. Like, it's literally child A word, okay? Remember, on YouTube, you can say ass all you want, but you cannot say the A word that ends with E, okay? You can. That's just how it is over here. That's just how it is. Each episode features a new challenge, and when you put a bunch of teenagers together with ranging hormones and different personality, drama happens, which is why it's called Total Drama Island. Total drama on an island. And, like, seriously, what's unique about Total Drama Island is that this cartoon, you can tell that they were going for, like, an older audience, more of a preteen and teenage audience, where most children's cartoons go for, like, younger than that. They go from, like, the ages of about 6 to 11. But here you can tell that their audience that they wanted were older teens and preteens. So I found that really, really interesting in particular, because that is kind of like an era where teenagers don't really feel too comfortable watching cartoons and things like that unless they're like adult cartoons. And like I said, I really wouldn't consider Total Drama to be an adult cartoon, nor would I consider it to be a children's cartoon. I put it in that same category as Daria. This is a teen cartoon, okay? This is just strictly a teen cartoon, okay? It's not a kid's show whatsoever, in my opinion. And to be honest, I personally think Total Drama is a lot better when you are a teenager, because I found the show when I was 9 years old. That's when it started airing here in America in 2008, when I was about 9 years old, turning 9 going on 10. And I went back and like watched the show through my teen years as it kept going. And I would like watch the reruns and whatever. And I actually enjoyed it more as an actual teenager than I did when I was still in elementary school. I liked it more when I was in middle school per se, because I could actually relate to like a lot of the characters and what was going on with them. Like, they were dealing with heartbreak, finding yourself, crushes, people taking advantage of you. Like, it was some serious stuff that happened on within this show, as you know, it was still parroting reality television, but some of this voice acting was really, really great, where you can actually feel the emotion. Like, yes, sometimes it was really over the top, but sometimes it was actually like, wow, I actually feel the pain that they are feeling. Total Drama Island is the only season that has the original cast members in it. One thing I've noticed about Total Drama in general is that everybody has a different favorite character, and I find that really particularly interesting. Like, I think it's so strange when you find out somebody's Total Drama character and you ask them why it's their favorite character. I really, really like that for the most part. So let's go ahead and get into the meat of this. Now remember, we are only discussing the actions and the behaviors in the first season, y'all. Y'all already know what's coming up. Y'all know Harriyanna is infamous for her freaking character talks, okay? But we gotta lay down some ground rules first before we do this character talk, because don't be coming in my comment section talking about, well, they changed. They didn't. No. If it didn't happen within the first season, we're not talking about it, okay? It don't matter. It's not canon, okay? Pretend as if you have never seen the remaining 4 seasons of Total Drama, okay? We are strictly talking about Island, okay? Everything within Island is in the canon for today, okay? Nothing after it, okay? You got that through your brain? You got that through your brain? And you gonna be on my pirate ship. You need to learn how to listen, okay? You ready for this? What was I about to say? I got lost my train of thought because I was going off on y'all. Y'all ready for the character talk? Y'all ready to behave? Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, we are gonna start with the freaking devil himself, Chris Mclain. I don't like this dude whatsoever. When I was a kid, I kind of thought he was cool, but now that I'm older, I rewatch the series and things like that, I just get really, really bad vibes from him. He's just a really, really mean dude. He's the host of the show, by the way, Total Drama. If I didn't get into that, okay? That's just who he is. He's just the mean ass grown man of the series. He's rich. He does this for a living. Like, he don't care if these kids get hurt. He just don't care in a sense. And to be honest, Chris knew how to start up drama though. Like, at the end of the day, he knew that this is a television show. He here to make money, and he know people are paying to watch this show for the money, okay? Like, he knows that people just want to see the drama and whatnot, and he was not bad about stirring up that drama, okay? And he kind of instigated a lot of it. And I find it really, really weird. Like I said, I always find it so freaking creepy when it's grown men and adults in a lot of these like shows that are picking on children. That's the main reason why I don't really like Chris Mclain so much. And also, moving on, his second right-hand man, Chef. I don't really have much to say about Chef because I did mention in my Total Drama Diversity video, which you guys should watch. I will have that link down below. Chef was just kind of just seen as the big scary black man that a lot of people do with their television shows. There really kind of wasn't much to his character in a sense. I don't really care too much for Chef in season 1 for that most part. I did get a lot of good laughs out of him because he could not stand Duncan whatsoever. And I thought it was really, really freaking funny, especially when he would go back and forth with Izzy and things like that. It's just, Chef just seemed like he really hated his life. For the most part, if that makes sense. He just seems like he really didn't like his job. He know good and well that, like, being in the entertainment industry, depending on which part that you're in, you can get paid a lot. It's obvious that Chef was just there for a paycheck. He didn't care about none of these kids on the show. He kind of didn't even care about the show that he was on, because I will go ahead and tell you this, 9 times out of 10, a lot of these people that work on television shows, they don't be caring about what the show is about. They're just there for a paycheck and go. And that's literally what Chef Hatchet was there for. Okay? That's literally what it was there for. The money. It's obvious, but like I said, for the most part, Chef didn't really bother me too much per se. It's just I was a little kind of not really caring too much for his character. Moving on, we are going straight into the order of the elimination. Now, I am aware that 2 of the castmates, Ava and Izzy, did come back, but I will just be speaking about them in the first time they got eliminated. We're still going to talk about what happened to them afterwards, but I'm going directly in the order of when they first got eliminated, and then I'll just skip over into it. I won't do it separately, if that makes sense. Now, please be mindful that some of these characters are just gonna go quickly while the rest of them go by for a while though, because it's just so like I said, we're just talking about the first season. There's not really much to say about a lot of these characters in the first season. And for the most part, I don't really care for some of the other ones later on. So let's go ahead and begin with Ezekiel. Misogynist much? Didn't care too much for him at all. Like I said, he was really kind of only there in like 3 episodes. He wasn't particularly interesting. He was hella misogynistic. Bridget was about to fight him, and I would have been there if she did fight him too. I'm like, girl, go ahead. He was in the wrong. But Ezekiel sucks. That's just kind of it right there. Bye boy. Moving on, after Ezekiel, we have Ava. I didn't really like her for the most part. I thought she was just really, really mean. She has the nastiest freaking attitude ever, okay? Like, one thing about Ava versus Heather having a nasty attitude, and we will get to Heather eventually, because we got a plethora of characters to go to before we get to that girl, okay? Heather, the thing about her is that Ava and Heather had really different appearances, as Heather was, you know, slim, pretty, really, really prissy, but she was also really, really messy. As Ava was messy, but she didn't have the appearance that Heather did. So Pretty Privilege did come into part why Heather stood around way, way longer than Ava did. But like at the end of the day, I don't like Heather either, so I feel like I can say this. I'm not really biased to either of them. But Ava didn't really like her character for the most part. She was no better than Heather to me. And I really didn't like her when she ganged up on Bridget like that. Like, when she was about to run her hands on Bridget, I was not here for it whatsoever. Like, one thing about Heather is that Heather is terrible, but I don't really think particularly that she would put her hands on somebody like Ava would. So that's why I didn't really care too much for Ava in the most part. She was just really, really mean, violent, not my type, and I have no respect for people that just kind of always want to hit somebody. So I didn't really like Ava all that much, and it kind of makes me a little sad because I try to give like a lot of female characters in these series that are heavily misogynistic in a sense the benefit of doubt, but Ava just doesn't really do much of anything for me. Okay, next we are moving on to Noah. Let's see. What was there to say about Noah? He didn't really do much of anything in the first season because he got eliminated really early on. He just had a really, really nasty attitude. But I ain't gonna lie, I love Noah. I loved him. I thought he was funny. I thought he was really interesting and funny. And I did wish that they did keep him around a little bit longer. And I wish we could have saw a little bit more about what he did. But for the most part, from what we did see of him in Total Drama Island, he's pretty likable. He can be a bit uptight and things like that or whatever. But Noah particularly is one of my favorite characters, okay? But it is kind of sad how he got eliminated so early. We didn't really get to see him do much in the game. Okay, after Noah was Justin. Justin? How do I feel about Justin in particularly? He was the pretty boy. That's really what Justin was. He was just the pretty boy. He was just there because he was attractive. All the girls found him attractive. Even a few boys probably found him attractive too. He was just the cute boy of the group. The silent hottie is what they call him. But very boring. Very, very boring. There's not much to say about Justin. He didn't talk. He said literally like one word and that's it. He was just there to be pretty and that's it. Moving on from Justin, we have Katie. Now, I was really, really sad Katie got eliminated really, really early on. And it's kind of frustrating. Sorry, y'all. My allergies are bad. I'm telling y'all. I've been suffering all week, okay? I'm suffering. I'm pushing through to make this video. And as I'm making it, I am waking up a little bit more. But with Katie in particularly, she was just labeled as like the nice girl. And she was nice. She was a bit dim-witted in a sense. And Katie, it's obvious that like she didn't really care too much about winning the money. She just kind of wanted to be on TV. But for the most part, Katie didn't really bother me in a sense. But when I saw she got eliminated very early on in the games, it didn't surprise me. Like, it surprised me how Noah got eliminated so early. But with Katie, it didn't really surprise me because, like I said, she was just a sweet, nice girl. She didn't bother me. But, like, at the end of the day, she kind of just wasn't really giving anything to the show. Moving on from Katie, we had Tyler. I like Tyler for the most part. I thought Tyler was really, really cool. The thing about Tyler is that what I like about him is that I loved him and Lindsay's relationship. I spoke about this in the past. I love him and Lindsay's dynamic so much. They're both a bit little dim-witted, just cute little puppy love whatsoever. They are one of my favorite couples out of Total Drama so far. Just pretty healthy relationship going on right here. Now with Tyler, Tyler reminds me a lot of guys that I used to be friends with, where they would just be like trying so hard to be cool when they sucked at sports. They weren't really particularly good at anything, but for the most part, they were an overall nice guy. I really did enjoy Tyler. Kind of wish he stuck around a little bit more if he could have, but I think we got a good dose of him here. I like Tyler for the most part. Not a bad guy, not a bad character whatsoever. He was just kind of used as like comic relief. It's funny how he's labeled as the jock, but he wasn't good at sports. So I find that the irony of it all, because jocks are supposed to be good, but yeah. Him and the dumb princess were the cutest couple in this show. I'm sorry, y'all, I had to say it. So that's Tyler for you. Moving on to Tyler, we got Miss Izzy. Miss Izzy. Scene stealer. Scene stealer. Okay, I don't care what none of y'all say. I love me some Izzy, okay? I love me some Izzy. Yes, she can be annoying from time to time and whatever, but Izzy was great television, okay? I see why Chris brought her back on the show, because you have to remember that Total Drama is a reality television show, okay? You have to remember this is a reality television show, and if you get rid of the drama and the mess, it messes things up. And the thing about it is that all of the kids had the power to vote people off. So, you know, they voted Izzy off, but I was like, no. Izzy's great for television. We're bringing her back. We're bringing her ass back right now. We don't care about what any of y'all have to say about it. I adore Izzy. Izzy is entertaining, okay? Izzy did some things from time to time that I did not like, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Izzy my girl, but Izzy, no. Go sit down sometimes, okay? But Izzy, entertaining. Scene stealer, top notch. I knew she wasn't gonna win. I don't know why I kept rooting for her ass. But I love her. I love Izzy. I adore Izzy, okay? Izzy is great, okay? I love Izzy. Izzy is great. I love Izzy. Now, the thing about Izzy is that, like, I do mention, like, from time to time, I know I said I was just gonna talk about, just strictly season 1, but I feel like this applies. Her character really didn't change in the other seasons, and I applaud the writers for that. They actually stay consistent with Izzy, okay? I applaud them for that. Next, we're on to Cody. I don't like him. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like Cody. He was really creepy. Like, y'all know, like, that misogynistic nerd? That's the kind of vibes I get from Cody. Like, I don't, just misogynistic nerd. It's kind of all that I get. He's just kind of creepy, kind of pervy. Just not the guy for me. A lot of, like, he's like a fan favorite. Like, and I was just like, for why? And like, no, like, y'all. Total Drama Island, like, literally when it was just the first season out, when it came to, like, the fandom on the internet, like, this was, like, the early days of, like, fandom. This is before that website was called Fandom. It was still called Wikia, okay? It was still called Wikia, okay? Cody was a freaking fan favorite. He had hella fan fiction and things like that, and I was just like, why? What is it about Cody that y'all like? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it appeal. I thought he was gross for the most part. Cody does nothing for me. Sorry about that. Sorry to this man. Okay, moving on to the next character. We have Beth. Okay, I'm gonna say this in like the nicest way possible, because I kind of feel for Beth, because I do feel like I was in her position a lot when I was like in middle school and high school. But she was a bit irritating. She was just kind of like a try hard. She tried too hard to be like the cool girl and things like that. And I'm just like, Beth, baby, be yourself. Like, be yourself. But she was kind of irritating for the most part. She don't listen. She didn't know how to follow rules, and her team got kind of fed up with her. It's so bad how she was trying so hard to be like the cool girl of the show, which she obviously wasn't. I'm like, Beth, you are a dork. It's okay. I'm a dork too. I see you. Dork to dork, girl. It's okay, baby. It's okay not to fit in. But you know what? I'm here for you. I see you, girl. But at the end of the day, I didn't really like her for that most part. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I did like Beth because I could relate to her in certain parts. I didn't like her. I'm going to be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't like her for the most part. Moving on from Beth, we go to Sadie. Like Katie, don't really have much to say about her. I was actually really surprised that Sadie stayed around this long. That really shocked me that she was around for this long. I didn't think she was gonna last. Like I said, I didn't particularly have an issue with Katie or Sadie. I liked them for the most part, but they just kind of weren't doing much of anything for me, and I find that really kind of sad. It just kind of felt like the writers didn't know what to do with these characters. They just felt like they were just there to fill in space. I'm so tired of my nose always killing me while I'm making videos, okay? For the most part, Katie, real cool girl, really nice girl, a little dim-witted for the most part, like her best friend. I called her Katie, I'm talking about Sadie, but like I said, don't have an issue with her. It's just she's just kind of there for me. I liked her though. Next, we're going into Miss Lil Courtney, okay? Like I said, scene stealer. Scene stealer, okay? Somebody last night compared me to Courtney from Total Drama, and I was like, I'm mad because I understand why you did that. Like, anyway, Courtney was kind of like the uptight girl, always on her mess, really, like, prissy for the most part. She did have a bit of an attitude problem from time to time, but like Courtney was about her money. Courtney was about her bag, okay? Miss Courtney wanted her money. You was gonna run Courtney her dollars, okay? You was gonna run her coins. Like Izzy, Courtney made great television, okay? Was I rooting for Courtney? I wouldn't say that in particularly, but Courtney, I loved her. Very, very entertaining. I was really sad to see her go. I'm not gonna lie. I really was sad to see Courtney go. It kind of surprised me that she got eliminated so early on in the game, though. I thought they kind of would have kept Courtney around for longer because her character was just so particularly interesting, where you can tell it's like certain characters, they just kind of didn't know what to do with them, and after that, they just kind of got rid of them in a sense. But season 1 Courtney, that's what we're talking about. I freaking loved her. She like scene stealer like Miss Izzy over here. Really funny for the most part. I think Courtney's dry sense of humor is like what made me adore her so much, because I have dry sense of humor, okay? But yeah, Miss Courtney's great. No, I'm mad my nose always want to itch when I'm doing videos too. Okay, moving on from Courtney, we have Harold. How can I say this in the nicest way possible? When I was younger, I did like him and Lashauna's relationship because I thought it was like a cute little interracial thing going on. And as I'm older and I rewatched the show, I realized he had a black girl fetish. And that alone makes me not like him. Harold kind of reminds me of like that white dude that was like really into like black culture. But in a sense, he like started to think he was black because, you know, he liked to beatbox and rap and stuff like that. Harold just really rubs me the wrong way. He's kind of like a walking microaggression, if that makes sense. Him and Lashauna, like I said, I did like it when I was younger, but now that I'm older, it just comes off as really predatory and creepy, and I just kind of don't really have too much care for him. I don't have too much respect for him in a sense. They kept him around too long, okay? But I didn't like it when Duncan will always cheat on him for the most part. It was really annoying. Duncan's annoying to me, but we're gonna get to that when we get to Duncan. We're still talking about Harold. It did bother me when Harold was getting bullied because, you know, nobody deserves that. Like, nobody deserves that mess, but he had a black girl fetish. I can't get past that, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't get past it. It's really freaking creepy and it's really freaking gross to me. I'm sorry, y'all. I am sorry. Next we're moving to Trent. I made a whole video about Trent. And yeah, but for the most part, I didn't really speak too much about just him in season 1. I just talked about, you know, that situation. I loved him, okay? I really loved him. He was like boyfriend goals, and not even just boyfriend goals. He was friendship goals too. Like, I would have loved and killed to have a friend like Trent. Literally, what him and Gwen had was super duper beautiful, okay? He was just a nice guy. You can tell he didn't really want anything from anybody, okay? He was just a really, really nice guy. But like I said, I wasn't surprised about him not winning the game because, you know, nice guys finish last, as they say. He was too nice for this show, too good for the show. And there's another dude in particular that I thought it was too nice for the show too, but we will get into him later. But for the most part, great boyfriend, great friend in general. Trent was just a really, really great person, and I just adored him so much. Like, he was like the cool music dude, yada yada yada. He's like White Wyatt, okay? He's like White Wyatt from 16. Comment down below if you think Trent and Wyatt are similar, because I do in particularly. Not Wyatt, we're getting into Wyatt. We're talking about Trent. Trent in particularly, I really did enjoy his character, okay? Like I said, I liked him. Was I rooting for him? No, because like I said, I just couldn't see him winning. He would have to be mean or something at some point, but for the most part, Trent was great. Heather was terrible for what she did to him, manipulating him and all that. Bad timing for the most part. You know, he didn't really have bad intentions for anybody. He was just really, really sweet. Now we are getting into my favorite freaking character in the entire Total Drama series. I can see the time is about to run out on my freaking camera, and we're going to have to pause it and start again. So I'm going to look at it. And we're back. It started up over again. We are going into my girl, my dog, my homie, my best friend in my head, Miss Bridget. Okay, Bridget is my girl. She literally is my favorite Total Drama character. And y'all want to know the reason why she's my favorite character? Y'all want to know the reason why? It's actually kind of sad. She's the girl that I wished I was, okay? I wished I was like Bridget. I wish I was that cool, laid back, relaxed, pretty girl that everybody seemed to like. She got along well with everybody, and I got along well with people too, but everybody liked Bridget in return. Nobody liked me, okay? We're not gonna get too sad about this. And that's part of the reason why I ended up making that video talking about her character, because it was just really sad to see what they did with her character, and to know that they just kind of got rid of her after season 3 really broke my heart. But you know what? We're not talking about the other seasons. We're strictly talking about Bridget in season 1 for the most part. She was just really, really sweet. She was the person I was rooting for the entire time, because I really could have seen Bridget winning, and Bridget was a fan favorite, so that really did make me happy to know that Bridget was actually one of like the fans' favorites for the series, because she has like a lot of fan fictions and stuff written on her with her and Jeff and things like that. I always found it so funny when it came to like her and Jeff's dynamic though, because like in particular, she's like me in like certain situations where I can tell like if a guy is like trying so hard to get my attention, it makes me ignore him and it makes me not want him. And that's how it was with her and Jeff. Like you can just tell like she was just kind of like, he's cute, but he's trying too hard. And it was really nice to see how her and Jeff did warm up to each other when he just stopped trying so hard to be like getting her attention. He just started being herself. He just started being himself. My bad. That's what I loved about their dynamic. But for the most part, Bridget, great. She also, the Courtney, Lashana, Gwen, I love how well she got along with those two. Like those three girls right there. I really loved their like friendship dynamics. Thought it was super duper cute. Heather had her bit though. I was not here for that. Like Heather, y'all know, like any character that had Bridget messed up, I had a problem with. That's why I don't like Duncan. That's why I didn't like Heather at the time or anything like that. I really could not stand Ava because Ava tried to put her hands on her and I was just not here for that. But anyone in particular that had Bridget messed up, I ain't like them, okay? I was on her side. Like I said, I treated Total Drama like a real television series. Every time I watch this, I treat it like it's real, okay? I treat it like it's real, okay? But for the most part, I don't want to spend that much more time on Bridget. We can talk about Bridget for a minute. But yeah, Bridget, my favorite character. I have a whole video about, you know, how they ruined her character later on. But I'll have that link down below. Moving on, we are going to Miss Lindsay. I love Lindsay for the most part in particular. I know how Lindsay, I did cosplay as her over the summer, you know. yeah, go check that out on my Instagram page. But I love how she always kind of had like a cute little headscarf on her hair. They always call her like the dumb princess. But Lindsay, she reminds me a lot of Chelsea from That's a Raven, where you can tell she's a bit dim-witted, but she's so sweet. You can't stay mad at her. Like, Lindsay was annoying, and particularly, I don't really like stupid characters, but the thing about her, she's so sweet, and she doesn't really mean any harm to anyone. She doesn't mean to hurt anybody, and I hated seeing how Heather took advantage of that from her. Like, everybody else was really, really nice to Lindsay, especially, like, Bridget. That's one reason why I like Bridget so much, because she was really, really sweet to Lindsay. And even Gwen too. I really did like how Gwen was really, really sweet to her. But Heather in particular, she saw Lindsay's kindness as a weakness. It'd be different if Lindsay was like mean and stupid, okay? I wouldn't like her at all there. But Lindsay was nice and stupid, and it really did bother me how Heather, you know, took that for granted. She took that as her, and I didn't feel bad for her when she got cussed out in the end. I was like, yes, Lindsay, give her what she deserved, okay? Like, y'all, that scene literally owned my life when I was 10, okay? I used to watch that scene all the time because I thought it was so freaking funny, and I was like, give her what she deserves. Like, you gotta be a really horrible person to piss off Lindsay, okay? That little girl don't bother nobody. She don't bother nobody. So moving on to Lindsay, we are going into DJ. DJ is like a Chef Hatchet situation. I don't really have much to say about DJ. He didn't really do much of anything for me. He was sweet. You know, kind of scared of everything for the most part. Really, really sweet dude. I even say he's husband material. I'll say that. I will say DJ's husband material, but I'm not too big on DJ's character. I'm really surprised that he lasted this long, and I'm pulling the diversity card here too. I think that's why he lasted long, because, you know, they wanted to have some color in the show, okay? Like I said, don't really have much in particular to say about. I'm sorry for touching my nose numerous times, y'all. I told y'all I have bad allergies, but I don't really have much to say about DJ in a sense. I feel bad that I don't have anything to say about DJ, because he's cool, like, but for the most part, I don't really care too much for his character in a sense. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on, because I'm just sitting here like, dang, what did DJ do? But yeah, moving on to Jeff. Finally, an interesting character. Jeff, the party dude, Bridget's lover for the show. That's kind of why I only really pay attention to him, because he was Bridget's little boyfriend, and I wanted him to treat her well and things like that. He's so sweet. He's super duper sweet. But like I said, when a guy likes another girl, he start acting all weird and stuff like that. He got really, really creepy from time to time when it came to Bridget. But when he did tone it down, and I really did enjoy their dynamic, okay? I thought it was really, really sweet in the most part. I thought they were such a cute couple in season 1, okay? Season 1, like I said, we are not talking about everything else like it's canon. We act like it don't exist right now. But for the most part, really, really nice guy. Super duper nice guy. I was so, like I said, it honestly kind of tripped me out rewatching this show and seeing how long certain characters lasted. I forgot Jeff lasted this long in the show, because you want to know why? I noticed when it came to unproblematic characters, I forgot they were kind of there sometimes. Like, Jeff really wasn't in drama like that unless it has something to do with Duncan or Bridget and things like that. Or, like, you know, the entire, you know, the Bridget thing, when he was just being creepy and Bridget was talking to her friends about it and whatever. I was surprised he lasted this long, okay? I would have been fine if Jeff won. I'm not gonna lie. I would have been fine if Jeff won. Because, like I said, he was a good person. Jeff was genuinely a good person. The nicest guy ever. Wouldn't hurt a fly. But, yeah. Moving on from Jeff, we have Lashana, my girl. I have to like Lashana by default, okay? Even though Lashana literally is a walking stereotype, and I do find her character really, really offensive, she was fun. I think Lashana was a really fun character. And a fun, offensive character, but she was fun, okay? Like, I love when she would, like, put everybody in her place. She took no mess from nobody, okay? Lashana was that girl. But, like, at the end of the day, like I said, she is a racist stereotype. Lashana literally is a racist stereotype. I love her for the culture and things like that. I love, like, her fashion sense and things like that. And she had some of the funniest one-liners too, as her delivery wasn't really dry like I'd say Courtney's or Bridget. She was more like in your face. But for the most part, I don't really enjoy Lashauna's character as an adult as I did as a kid. Because Lashauna, you can tell like she was like based off of like, you know, the reality television show Women. And I don't want to spend too much time on Lashauna because I did speak about this in my diversity video, and I am having a video coming up after this strictly talking about Lashauna and the misogynoir that has to do with this show. But Lashauna, her character really bothers me because I just kind of see her as offensive though. But I did enjoy her. If she won the game, I really would have been happy. I would have been happy if Lashauna won the game. Like, yeah, a black girl won the game. And I find it so disrespectful how it literally came down to her being a finalist because everyone liked her so much. And Chris, racist behind, got rid of her. So, yeah, don't rub me the right way. They really don't rub me the right way. The entire thing with Lashauna's character in general is just kind of frustrating with me because it's like you want to like her because she's like the only black girl on the show at the time, but also at the same time you gotta remember she's really offensive to me and many other black women out here. So moving on from Lashauna, we got Duncan. Y'all not gonna like me for what I have to say about him. Okay, I mentioned this. I'm gonna mention it again in a minute, looking at the character we're gonna get to after Duncan because I mentioned her before, but Duncan made great television. Duncan made great TV, okay? That is why he's stuck around so long. Duncan made great television, okay? I'll give him his props for that. He was entertaining. He was the whole package. He was funny. He was the bad boy. He did not care, okay? And he stuck around for so long, which is why in particular I think he stayed in the game forever because it's obvious that a lot of people on this show did not like him or didn't care for him. Duncan was great television, okay? I will just go ahead and say that. A lot of people like him because they try to see him as like that. Oh, he's my boy. He's my sad emo boy that just needs help. No, Duncan was a freaking delinquent, okay? He literally would steal your phone out of your pocket as he's flirting with you, okay? You do not want to date a dude like Duncan. You don't. He's not good, okay? He's not good, but he made great TV, okay? He made great TV. Moving on to the next person on this show that made great television, Miss Heather, okay? You love to hate her, okay? You love to hate Heather. Heather was awful. She was mean. She was nasty, okay? But you know what? You want to know the reason why she worked so well? Heather literally is the Maddie Perez of Total Drama, okay? She literally is the Maddie Perez of Total Drama. She is the mean, pretty girl that does so much messed up stuff, but she is excused for all of it, okay? Especially by the fans of this series, okay? There's a lot of Heather apologists out here, and I'm looking at you. I understand if you're a Heather apologist later on, because Heather did warm up to me in the other seasons, but you know, we're just strictly talking about season 1 right here. Heather was freaking terrible, okay? She was just so awful. Like, she was manipulative, she was mean, she was slimy, she didn't care, she didn't know how to watch her mouth in a sense like that. But like, my thing with Heather, like I mentioned with Ava, Heather and Ava were exactly alike. There was nothing different about them, but for the most part, Heather was seen as super duper cute and super duper pretty, while Ava was not. And you know, pretty privilege comes to show. And the thing about it is that Heather never really wanted to threaten or fight anybody. She was just talking. Heather was terrible, but like, Ava will like beat you up. Ava was terrifying, okay? Pretty privilege does come into play. And like I said, if pretty and messy girls literally run reality television, okay? Go watch MTV, go watch Love and Hip Hop, go watch Real Housewives of LA or whatever. All these reality television series, they're run by pretty messy women. Okay, they're run by pretty messy women, and it's literally what Heather was for this show. She was the pretty messy girl, and that's why she made great television. You love to hate her. You love to hate her. Now we are going to Gwen, okay? Some people say Gwen won, some people say 0-1. Who knows? Like, it's just really confusing. But here we are into Gwen, the best character in my opinion. She is the best character. Is Gwen my favorite character? No. But do I like her? Yes. Gwen had the best character development in my opinion, okay? Gwen in the pilot of Total Drama Island versus the last episode of this season, not the same girl. I freaking adored Gwen, okay? I just loved seeing how she opened up and became friendlier and friendlier as time came on, because, you know, Gwen was labeled as the loner. She didn't want to be there in the first place. She was trying to rip the contract. You can tell Gwen was just not feeling this place whatsoever. She didn't really care too much for it. She was like, I don't have no friends. I'm just here to win some money and whatever. And I loved how she did genuinely get along with everybody, you know, like Heather or whatever. But Gwen genuinely was a good person in my opinion. I really loved her friendship with Lashana and Bridget. I really, really liked that. That was my favorite part of the show. And also, her relationship with Trent, as I mentioned in my video and I mentioned in this video right here, was beautiful. It was super duper beautiful. Her voice actor did such an amazing job playing Gwen. Like, I genuinely felt for her so much throughout this season. She literally had like the best storyline in my opinion. As Gwen, like, you can tell she was just kind of like a sad, lonely goth girl. And as the show went on, she was kind of like a goth girl, still like a sad goth girl, but she opened up with people and she was becoming a bit better about socializing and dealing with her emotions and her pain and whatnot. And she didn't have no problem putting somebody in their place, though. I really love that about Gwen whatsoever. But Gwen, great character. Literally the best character. I feel like when it came to them in the writer's room for Total Drama, and particularly, Gwen was like one of the characters I think they spent a lot of like time making sure that she was like very memorable, okay? And you wanted to win for her, okay? Gwen, literally, she was great for television too, I'm not gonna lie, but she wasn't like Izzy messy, she wasn't Courtney messy, and she wasn't Heather messy, and she's not even Lashana messy. I'll even throw her that into there too. Gwen is like the girl next door type character. She was like the cool girl of the show. She was just kind of like, I'm just here to win this bag. I'm funny. I'm pretty. I'm not messy. I'm not here for none of that mess. She was just like the cool girl next door. And I think that's why so many fans were drawn towards Gwen in particular. And now we are getting to the last character, Owen. Overrated. Y'all really not gonna like what I have to say about Owen in particular. Let's look at what I have down, because all the other people I went off the top of my brain, but Owen, I literally had to write out what I had to say about him because I didn't want to get off topic and whatever. I was not rooting for him at all watching this show, even in the seasons later. So that's saying a lot. I was not rooting for him in particularly. I'm not too big on him like everybody else is, because when you talk to a lot of people, they say they really do like Owen. And Owen is a fan favorite. And who am I to tell the fans who they can and cannot like? Y'all like Cody though, but I'm not going to say nothing about that. Moving on. Like I said, I find him kind of annoying from time to time. Not kind of annoying. I found him really annoying. Why did I write kind of? But he's good in doses, okay? I was good with Owen every here and there, but like, we had too much of him. We had too much of him, and that was the annoying thing, because he was literally in like every episode. We had way too much Owen in this show. I would have been nice if he like got eliminated earlier on in the game, when I kind of did care for him in a sense, but I just don't care for Owen. But I love what he had said to Heather in that episode when they were paired up and they were partners, where he was like, my mama told me if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all, and Heather should say nothing ever. Burn. Love that, Owen. Owen, you were great for that one in a sense, okay? Okay, and that concludes the character talk for Total Drama Island. Woo! We talked about 24 characters and in what span of time? I don't freaking know. We was on this for a while. Anyway, let's move on into the next part. Now we gotta get into the bag. Y'all know every time I do one of these shows where I talk about what I like, I gotta talk about what I don't like, okay? It can be really annoying from time to time with other aspects, but we gotta talk about the diversity. The diversity sucks, okay? I'll go ahead and say that. Y'all know I have no problem pointing out bad diversity in television series and cartoons when I see it. And the diversity is really freaking terrible, okay? Don't try to pull that whole entire stunt talking about how everybody in the show is based off a stereotype. I need y'all to understand what racial stereotypes are and why those are offensive, okay? Like, yeah, it's one thing how everybody was a trope, and it's another when literally one is just kind of like a characteristic where, you know, everybody just likes to make fun of like a certain race for acting that way. That's the problem with this show. It has really, really bad diversity. Well, I'll even go ahead and say that. LaShawna's the token black kid, okay? DJ's really kind of more the token black kid, too. He was just boring and didn't really do much of anything. LaShawna literally was just offensive, and DJ was just like a token, okay? Noah was barely there. Katie was barely there. Justin was barely there, okay? The show has really trash diversity, okay? Heather was a really, really mean, okay? Like, she was the mean Asian girl. A lot of people don't know that Heather's Asian, so I find that really particularly interesting, and I should have pointed that out. But yeah, she's Asian. Diversity sucks. Like I said, Chef is just literally the big black man. I have an entire video about it. Go watch that, okay? Because I don't want to spend too much time on it. And it can be really gross. That's another thing about this show that I don't like. It's just gross overall sometimes. Like, it can be really, really pervy and nasty sometimes where I'm just like, okay, calm down with the boob jokes. Calm down with the sex jokes. I'm tired of it. Calm down. I'm kind of over it. But also, when it comes to grossness, some of the stuff is just nasty, okay? Like fart jokes and burp jokes and things like that. Like, literally, if you hate grossness, skip the episode with the food challenge. Not the cooking challenge, the gross food challenge. You are not missing anything. I always skip that episode. I never watch that episode in full to this day. That episode is disgusting. You cannot pay me to watch that episode. I will literally never watch that. You're not missing anything if you skip that episode. You just know nobody got voted off. Nobody got voted off in that episode, okay? Also, this is another thing in particular that I really did not like, is that what was the purpose of them doing two endings, okay? I understand the entire alternate ending thing in particular, but it was really, really frustrating because in Canada, Owen won, but then in America, Gwen won, but then they aired that special episode afterwards where it stated that Owen won, and then the next season proceeded on to where it was like 0-1. So what was the purpose of them doing that alternate ending thing? The purpose of the two endings? It just really had me and a lot of other people confused in a sense like that. And I did not like that. I found it really annoying in a sense. I didn't like it. You should have just did the one ending thing. And that's just an issue that I have with total drama in general, is that I don't like that alternate ending mess. I don't. Like, because it just confuses the entire timeline, like, because they go on the next season acting like this happened, and I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. Overall, this show's an experience, okay? It is an experience. If you ain't never watched this show a day in your life, and the first time you watch it, you low-key kind of gonna be blown. You might not be blown away, but you're gonna be like, what is this? I've never seen anything like this. And it's weird because I've never seen anything that looked like it too. Like, the character design is really, really unique, okay? It's kind of like Clone High in a sense, but yeah, it's like Clone High meets 16. In a sense, okay? Speaking of this, if you made it to this point in this video, thank you. I will know. I used to be really obsessed with the show Stoked too. Like, this is when I was going through like total drama withdrawals and I was just watching 16 all the time. I got really into the television series called Stoked. If you would like for me to like make a video about Stoked, comment down below because I really loved that show. I really, really loved it. Anyway, moving on to this, like I said, it's not going to be the same, though. Like, after you watch it one time, it's not going to be the same. Like I say, I wish I could erase Total Drama Island, particularly from my memory, and just rewatch the show all over again as if it's like my first time viewing it. Because you do not know pain like you do if you watch this show when it aired, new episodes, and you were so freaking sad when your favorite character got voted off, okay? I literally had to skip Bridget's elimination scene because it hurt too bad. I cried when Bridget got eliminated, okay? I cried when Courtney got eliminated too. I'm telling you, it is painful when your favorite character on Total Drama Island got voted off. It sucks. It really, really freaking sucks. Like I said, you get attached to these characters like they're real people. And in a sense, they do feel like real people because, like, at the end of the day, this is staged like a reality show. But also watching it again, like I said, this show is kind of like a watching one time and you done seen it, because rewatching it just kind of ruins it in a sense for you. Watching it again really angers me because I knew what was coming. Like I said, it's like rewatching reality television where you know, like, these are real people, bad things are happening to them, and even though these are fictional characters, they did feel like real people because of the reality television series setting. Like, I hated watching Bridget get voted off again, like I mentioned. I hated seeing when Heather tried to ruin Trent and Gwen's relationship. I hated seeing Heather push around Lindsay. And I hated having to watch LaShawna's elimination scene all over again, like I said, because that scene was racist. Like, it was really annoying. Like, I just couldn't do it. And my nose is like, I noticed that the more irritated I become in these videos, the more my nose begins to itch and itch and itch, which really freaking sucks. It really, really freaking sucks. Like, since Total Drama is getting 2 new seasons, I think I might actually give the other seasons a chance now with the other castmates, because I am interested in watching the 2 new seasons. Like I said, it's new Total Drama. But I know they introduced all those other new castmates, that they are not going to just use the original ones from season 1. So you know what? I may give the other seasons a chance. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But like I said, we'll see how that goes. And that concludes the end of this outline. This video, I knew it was going to be this long, and that's kind of why I was a little overwhelmed with it. But I had fun with it in particular. I had really a lot of fun with it. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, please go support my shop, harriyannahook. I apologize for us postponing it a lot. This pretty nail polish color, Focus, that I have on is the color Fuzzy Lumpkin from my shop. I'm not telling you which lip gloss this is because it's a surprise. Yeah. Please go surprise. Please go surprise. Girl, you just tired now. Please go subscribe to me if you have not. If you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Go follow me on Harriyanna on everything. Tumblr, Instagram, Wattpad, Twitter, the whole 9. It's something else that I'm on and I did not name. Instagram. Go follow me at Harriyanna, okay? What else is on this outline? Like I said, we're just on the links part. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. If you want to see more of me, please go hit me up on Patreon. You get to join the Discord server where we have the after parties on all my videos, and we have full-on discussions about a lot of stuff. It's popping over there. It's fun over there. Join the family. Join the family for only $1 a month. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good night.
Buttercup like villains 3 at a time. Bubbles will smile while kicking your butt, and Blossom will lead them out of their rut. Cherish and Powerpuff, 2 of a kind. Both wanna save the world before bedtime. From Townsville, Memphis, New York to LA, the Powerpuff Girls are just here to stay. They come